Yo, yo, yo. Wait, quick. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure so we can grab the attention. Hold up. Make sure I put the links in the bio.
When your daughter loves.
Got the TikTok on there. One second. Hold up. Alright, sorry for the long wait. I'm back right now. I'm back. Make sure everything is good. I am back. Okay. I don't know if I was muted the whole time. Alright, so we're gonna get right into it. Let me mute the music. We're about to get into it right now. What else is? Okay. All right. So we'll be learning how to do loops. So especially for loops. So what So hashtag, what is a loop? What is a loop? So they have what you call a for loop. They have a while loop. So a loop is just looping around something. It's just looping. So in computer terms and Python terms, a loop, you can use a loop for anything. You could use a loop for a list to print items one by one inside the list, or you could print a range of numbers. You can do many things inside the list. I mean, inside a loop, and you can just keep printing something. So go keep looping around for with a for loop. A while loop is it'll keep printing. It'll keep looping to eternity. That's what a while loop does. It'll keep looping in eternity. So you would have to use something called a break method. A break method to be able to stop the loop. So let me full screen it. And so that's what the loop is. So I'm gonna demonstrate it right now. All right. So let's do a simple for loop. So for I in range, let's say 10. Let's do range of numbers first. So I in range of 10. So it's gonna print out all the numbers up to 10. But remember, Python counts 0. It counts 0 as a number. So it's gonna print all the numbers up to 10, but it's not gonna print out 10 because it counts 0 as a number. So it's gonna print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then so we'll print I, and then we print that. We'll get all the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what the loop does is looping to print the numbers one by one. So it's going to print, so it's iterating, it's going to print 1, it's going to print, I'm just going to print, the I represents it's iterating through these numbers. So it's gonna print 0, then it's gonna print 1, it's gonna print 2. So it's looping around like in a circle. One sec, I get my charger. All right, so I'm back. Just have to plug my charger up. So it's looping around in a circle. Looping. So that's what we do with numbers. So you could keep looping around. It's gonna just loop out a range of numbers. What else could we do? We can do. Let me see something. No, we ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna make it complicated. So that's with a for loop. Not gonna do while loops, because we're gonna stick to looping. So now we can also loop through a list. So if you look at my previous videos, I was teaching what a list was. So we're gonna go through a list. So let's just put a list. It's gonna equal to. We're gonna have some items in the list. So we'll do names. We'll do Jack. We'll do Cindy. We'll do John. And we'll do Emily. So it could be boys and girls. So we'll loop. So we print. If we just print the list, right? We do a simple print statement with that list. All it's going to do is going to print. It's going to print those names, but it's going to print inside that list. So we want to print outside the list. We want to make sure the print statement looks like this. We print in names like one by one like that. So let's do that. Save. All right. So what we'll do is with that, we'll do a simple for loop. So we're going to put for I in the name of the name, which is list. And then we're just going to print I. So what it's doing is I represents it's iterating through this list. So I is telling the list, okay, print Jack. Then we go back to I again. Then we're going to print Cindy. Then we're going to go back to list. Then we're going to go back to I again. Then go back John. Then go back to list. And print I. It's going to go like that. So it's looping. So it says for I, that represents, it's iterating through this. It's trying, I represents, okay, what do we have to print out inside this list? And we just print out one by one by one. So it's print out all the items in the list. So when we run that, you see it prints out Jack, Cindy, John, Emily. So it's not printing inside that list. So you see what it does it like that. So we could also do something cool, and what is called a nesting loop. We could put, let me see, how will we be able to do this? We could combine the numbers and the list. So we can do for lists and lists, right? This is called nesting. So we put in a loop within a loop. So we'll print that. So let's just delete this first. So y'all won't be, this is called nesting loop. So it's a for loop within a for loop, but we're doing it within lists. And then we'll print a list, right? So it's going to print a list, right? Then we do another for loop. So we put for I in range, and then we'll just do, so what we will want to do is we will want to print Jack, and then we'll just do 0, 1, 2. Then you put Cindy 0, 1, 2. Then we'll put John 0, 1, 2. Then we'll put Emily 0, 1, 2. So we'll just do 0 through 3. So let's just do 0 through 3 so we can get a base understanding of that. Oh, sorry about that. Make sure you put the bulletins. You'll get a syntax error. And then we'll print I. Let's print that. So you see right here what it did right here with this loop. So it print 0, 1, 2. Because if you go back to this, you see, okay, it says in a range of 0 through 3. So it's going to print 0, 1, 2. It's going to print three numbers. You remember the range of numbers is not going to count 10 because 0 is counting 0. So starting with 0, so it's printing those numbers. So in between the names within these lists, it's going to count. So it's going to count Jack 0, 1, 2, Cindy 0, 1, 2, John 0, 1, 2, and Emily 0, 1, 2. So that's a nesting loop. It's a loop within a loop. So we got that. So that's things that we can do within lists. We can also do it in dictionaries as well. So I taught dictionaries in the previous videos that we done. I taught dictionary. So we'll do that. I'll need to teach dictionary again. Just look at the previous videos. But so we'll do a dictionary. We'll do bio, right? So bio, then we'll do our dictionary here. And in the bio, we'll do we'll just do a name. We'll just do let me see. I'll do a music artist. Let's say Jay-Z. So we do Jay-Z. I don't know how old he is. I guess he's like 50, I think. And Jay-Z is 50 now. It's crazy. All right, so so we'll just put right here. So dictionaries use keys and values. So name would be here, and then for the name we'll put for the name is Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z. We're gonna put comma. Then we're gonna put artists. So put artist, and he's rapper. We add keys and values, and then we're gonna put age. I guess he's 50, right? I guess. don't matter. And we'll put 50. And since it's an integer, it'll need to be in no string. So we print. So you see, we just print the dictionary, bio, right? His bio. It's gonna print it in a dictionary. So it says name, Jay-Z, artist, rapper, age 50, right? So we could also print it in a loop. Now it's different with this because if we just do this, it's just gonna print just the key. So we just do for I in bio, and we just put print I. It's really gonna just print. It's just gonna print name, artist, age because it's just gonna print the keys, right? So if we put, let me see, bio dot value. If we do that, we got some we're gonna have syntax error. Let me see that. Let's see what the error is. Fixed object has no attributes of value. Let me see. Hold up. Value dot bio. Let's see right there. And print bio. Hold on, let me see. Value is not defined. Because what I'm trying to show just what it just prints out what's in there. So it's like I let me see. So is it bio dot value? This one you got to figure stuff out here. Print I. Let's see. No, or value bio. No. All right, because I just wanted to see if it'll print what's in there. All right, so for I in bio, let's do it like this, right? So let's put I / M, right? Let's do that. Let's see what this works. I'm trying to show you I can reprint the values. I M. So that wouldn't work because too many values unpack. Oh, because it's the values. So using values. So let me see. So for I in bio, keys, print I. So see, it prints right here. Hold up. Let me take this. I gotta see what it print right there. See, in Python, you gotta figure it out on the fly. So it still prints. It still prints the keys. So it says name, artist, age. So it's printing the keys. I'm just trying to see. I just want to print the values right now. It should be that values. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, we got it. All right, so you see now, so it prints the value. So it prints Jay-Z rapper 50, right? So remember, on the left side of dictionary is the keys, and on the right side is the value. So we'll just do it on top. So for I in bio dot keys, and then we put closing parentheses, then we'll put print I. So we'll do print I, and it will print. So you see right here. So it print out the keys: name, artist, age, and then the values: Jay-Z, rapper, and 50 years old, his age. So how can we print out both? That's the thing. How can we print out the keys and the values? And we're going to print out items. So we're going to print out all the items in the dictionary. So we're going to put for I / M in bio dot items closing parentheses, and we're going to print I and M. So this represents the items. This represents the keys and the values. So you see it right here. So it prints. So you see right here, name Jay-Z, artist, rapper, age 50. So it prints out the keys and the values right there inside the bio. So that's the unique. So remember, so we put bio dot keys, it's going to print out name, artist, age. If we put bio, so we do a for loop for I and bio dot value is going to print Jay-Z, rapper, 50. If we put for I in for I comma M in bio dot item, is going to print out all the items inside there. So it's the same thing it does loops does inside dictionaries. Just make sure the keys is here. Keys is on the left. I'm just put it up top. Keys is on the left. And values is on the right. So that represents that. So for I in bio dot keys print I, so it's gonna loop. So it's gonna go through. It's gonna check bio. Okay, so this is the dictionary's name bio. So we're gonna look at everything about, but we're gonna just print this side. We're gonna print this side right here. So it's just for I print name, for I bio print artist, for I age print age. Well, no, still, I'm my fault. For I and bio dot keys, so they looking at keys, so it's gonna print name. It's gonna iterate again, print artist. It's gonna iterate again, print age. Not gonna print what's the name, and then values to do the same thing with values. For I and bio dot values, we just gonna only look at values, so it's gonna print Jay-Z. It's gonna go back, print rapper. Then it's gonna go back and it's gonna print 50s age, and then items. So you see, we have two things iterating through at the same time. I and M going to represent the keys and the values, then and bio dot items is going to print everything. And we just print both. So that's the unique things about a for loop. That is pretty dope. And you see, I got a little stuck for a second, but you got to figure it out. That's, problem solving. You just got to figure it out right then and there. And sometimes you get confused a little bit, and coding is about problem solving. All right, so the last thing we would do is we'll do a tuple. So tuple is in parentheses, so we can do names, and so equals kind of like a list, but it's in parentheses. So we'll do we'll do Jay-Z again. No, let's do women artists. Let's do Beyonce, Rihanna, and it don't matter if we do hard quotes or strong quotes, it don't matter. And we'll do Cardi, right? So these represents a tuple, and you just print that. It's the same thing. This would be inside a tuple. So you print names, and it'll just be inside a tuple. That's all it would do. So it will be, so it says Beyonce, Rihanna, Cardi. So just print inside a tuple. Can you do a for loop in its tuple? Let's find out. So for I in names, print names. Yes, you could, but the thing is, and with a tuple, it's gonna still print in the parentheses, but it's gonna keep printing it. That's the thing. It's gonna keep printing. It's not gonna print outside that tuple. You see, because it's gonna keep printing it. So it shows that you can do a for loop with anything. All right, so let's do something a little different. We're going to, let's do something a little different. So we're gonna it's another method inside Tupu. This is like this usually be on the entry level exam if anybody curious to take an exam. This we're gonna find out how many vowels is in this tuple. We're gonna find out how many vowels is in this tuple, right? So we're gonna do vowels equals, and we go just a simple vowels, right? So we'll do A, E, I. Oh, did something wrong. Why is this not? Oh, okay. Let's see what I did wrong. I, O, U. So we're gonna double U, right? Because we got to see if it really understands that there's two vowels in here. So what we're gonna do is gonna put print vowels. Oops, spelled it wrong. Vowels dot count. So this is gonna count how many vowels is inside this tuple. And it should count too. So this is the genius part of Python. It's gonna understand, okay, it's two. Hold up. It says built-in count tuple object is what's the name? Oh, I know I did wrong. I forgot. So it got to be two. It got to be two parentheses right here, and we got to specify. Wait, hold up. We got to do it like this. So, and then we got to put right here because we got to put. All right. So this we're gonna do. So we're gonna put first. We're gonna put A. You know it's two U's, but you're gonna see right here. So how many A's is in this vowel? And it should say one. So it says one. There's one vowel inside. There's only one A inside the vowel. Now we put U, it should be two. This is how the count method works. So we did two. I mean, we had two vowels, and you see there's two vowels. So it's counting to see how many vowels is inside that. All right, so also it could count what position is U at. So we'll do print, it's called indexing. Vowels again, dot index. And because when you do slicing, it counts for the position. So it's indexing. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it counts the position it is. So let's just find where position I is at. So 0, 1, 2. So it should be in position 2. So let's find out. Yeah, so it's in position 2. I is at. And if we do print vowels dot index again to find out, no, we need to do that. Why we keep doing that? We could just do it like this. We could find out A, and that should be in position 0. That's the first position. A is in position 0. So that's the cool thing to do with tuple. You can find out the position of vowels, and that's one of the good things about that. All right, so last thing we can do, since we're wrapping it up, this is a a nice lesson we have. It's been 30 minutes. We could close it out with little functions. Should we close it out with functions? Yeah, let's do it. So we'll close out with functions like we started yesterday. So remember the function, we gotta define. I'll just go through functions again, like we did yesterday. All right, so functions you could create like it could be like will be created bio, but it's gonna have attributes inside that function. So we defining a football team. A football team have players, it have coaches, it has have staffs. Those would be considered attributes of it. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to define it. A function always use this DEF, that means define. And we're going to define FUC. That's going to just represent function, right? We're just going to do a simple function. And then we're going to do print. We're going to do a simple print statement. We're going to just say what's up, right? Or what's good. What's good, right? And we're just going to put DEF. We're going to put the name of our function. So this is how you call it. This is the name of your function. This is how you call the function. And then when we print it out, you're going to see it says what's good. I hope y'all can see it. Let me see. Go back to the stream. Y'all can see it. Oh, y'all can see it. So it's going to say, so it says what's good. Hold up. So it says what's good. And people say, well, you could do a simple print statement and say the same thing. But you'll have to print out what's good, what's good, what's good. But as long as we put it inside inside this function, we could just do this. We could just keep doing this, and it'll keep printing all of that. It looks a lot neater with their function, and it'll just say what's good, what's good, what's good, because it's inside the function. What's good, what's good, what's good. That's just the cool thing about it. So a variable, right? Y'all remember a variable is something that we initiated to equal to something else. That's a variable. So we'll create a variable. So let's say we're going to say what's good, my name, Deshaun. So we're going to put name is going to equal to Deshaun. Name is going to equal to Deshaun. So right here, all we're going to do is we're going to put the plus sign, and then we're going to put name. So now it should say, what's good, Deshaun? It says, what's good, Deshaun? It says that. So you see the cool thing about that. So we create a variable inside this function. We create a variable inside this function. We got our print statement, what's good, then we add the name of our variable, which is name, that equals my name, and then we call this as what's good, Deshaun. Now, inside these parentheses, this is called arguments. It's called arguments. We add our arguments in here. So we could put my last name, because we're going to put my last name here. So it's the same thing. And then we put plus, be adding my last name. Last name. So this, inside here, you add your argument here. Last name. And you remember, when we call it, so if we run it here, you think it's still going to run? No, it's not going to run, because it's saying that, where's it at? It's supposed to be saying, it says type error, func, missing one required position argument, last name. So it's like, okay, what's your last name? You missed the positional argument. What's your last name? So you put your argument right here. You put your last name. I put my last name here, so it's going to be Lyons. So when you call, it's going to be inside your call, and then there you have it. It will say, it said, what's good, Deshaun Lyons. So that's a simple way how you do a function, how you doing it without a variable, how you doing it with a variable, create a variable, and also you adding an argument with it. So that's a cool thing to do it. You also can do it with. Let me see what's this hit me up. You also can do it with numbers as well. You can do it. You could do it with just adding something. So we could put DEF sum, and then we'll put num. We'll put num here. Num one. Yeah, we put num one. So you could also do it with numbers. So we'll put num. We'll put num is going to equal to. It's going to equal to 4. It's going to equal to 4. So we could combine the numbers as well. So we could put it's going to equal to 4, and we'll put. So we'll do our print statement now. And then we'll put what is the answer? What is the answer? And then since it's an integer, we're going to put str, and then we're going to put num, and then we're going to put. Oh, wait, hold up. We got to put the add sign on there, and it's outside the string. We put the add sign there, and then we add another number, and then we add num. We add our argument. What we have inside our argument is num1. So what it's going to do is it's going to let me see. It's going to put 4 somewhere. It's going to put 4 somewhere. And whatever number I make num1 with our argument is going to combine it. So it's going to say, so we'll make this number 3. So it should be 34. Oh, we did something wrong? Yes, we did something wrong because remember it's got to be inside of got to put str because it's an integer. Let's run it. All right. So it should be 34 because it combined these numbers. Well, 43, okay, because it's 4 first. So it'll be 43 because what it did was the variable comes first. So let's say we do times num equals 4 times 3, which is 12. Let's see if that happens. So 4 times 3, which is 12. So it should be. Oh, what the hell happened? I don't even see anything. So it should be 123 here because 4 times 3 is 12, and then just add the number. So so that's what that. So 4 times 3 is 12, and just add a 3. So you can also do that as well. So let's just use it. That's also doing it with numbers and doing it with math. I'll stop it here. That's been we did a lot. We learned a lot. We learned a lot right now. Let me hold up. How do I get back to the? All right. Yeah, that's it for this episode. We've done a lot. We learned a lot. This is about 40 minutes we've been doing this. Please like and subscribe this channel. I want everybody to be able to learn it. And I know this is an ideal time. Computer science is becoming probably the number one careers you should enter into because the people's working remotely because of the whole pandemic, and these going to be the jobs going to take over, machine learning, all these complex things. So please get into it. I'm willing to teach it for free. Private lessons, you can message me. So follow me on the dotted line 18 on IG, on the dotted line 18 on IG. Please follow. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you share it as well. But yeah, my name is Deshaun Lyons, 1/2 on the dotted line. Peace out.